Good morning, Math 6. I am coming to you live with a quick refresher before we get into today's lesson. Last time we were together, we went over lesson 132. That's not today's lesson. Today's lesson is lesson 133, elapsed time and time zones, but I want to do just this quick refresher. Again, 1 minute has 60 seconds, an hour has 60 minutes, and 1 day has 24 hours. And when we go between our units, when we're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, we multiply. And when we go from a smaller unit to a larger one, we divide by whatever the ratio is. Okay, that's just a quick review. But again, these are the types of things we were talking about for at least the last week before the break. Last week was figuring out all the assignments for everybody. So now I'm back getting ready and getting you guys up to date with lesson 133, elapsed time zones or elapsed time and time zones. Okay, let's start. Elapsed time. This is the amount of time that passes as an event takes place. So the elapsed time that I've been talking so far is about 1.5 minutes. Example. What we're going to be figuring out is the difference between these two times. So how much time passes between 8:20 a.m. and 1:55 p.m. Now it is important to notice a.m. and p.m., right? Those are, you could kind of say with time, those are the units. Really, it just signifies where we need to add and subtract. So again, figuring out how much time passes, we're going to find the difference between these two. So first thing we're going to do is count the hours. So between 8 and 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay, so that's 5 hours. Then we're going to count the minutes between 20 and 55. What you can do is you could do subtraction there. You could do 55 minus 20. And that'll equal 35. So you could do that if that's easier for you. And then that's the amount of time elapsed. Five hours, 35 minutes. Okay. This one will be for you guys. How much time has elapsed? Oh, whoopsies. Between 5:17 and 7:19. Now both of these are p.m. So we're going to assume they're the same day rather than 5:17 yesterday and 7:19 today. So again, count the hours. There's 2 hours and 2 minutes. Okay, next one. Again, whenever it's 12 a.m., I'm going to leave that as a little note over here. 12 a.m. is midnight. And 12 p.m. is noon. Sometimes I get that mixed up. So 12:15 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. Again, there's 4 hours there. We start at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got 15 minutes. Booyah. Now, this one's going to be a little bit trickier because our time, rather the minutes, is less than it goes kind of backwards. So between 10 and 5 p.m., there's 7 hours there. However, it doesn't quite get to 7 full hours, because between 20 and 10, it's negative 10. So you kind of got to go backwards. And, right, it would be as if we were borrowing these 10 minutes here from the hour, right? So what you can do is I just think of a clock for these. Right, we've got 12, 3, 6, and 9, and then all the little numbers in between. And you could just think, okay, so 10, my hour hand is there, and my minute hand is at 20. So let's see. But it ends up a little bit shorter, so it's not quite 7 full hours. It's 10 minutes shy of 7 full hours. 10 minutes shy of 7 hours, which is 6:50. Okay, another one that's a lot like that. 1:40 p.m. to 2:15 a.m. So again, it's not quite 11 full hours. Yes, between 1 p.m. and 2 a.m., that's 11 hours. But we go from 1:40, which is almost the end of the 1 o'clock hour, to 2:15, which is just past the 2 o'clock hour. So it's not quite 11 full hours. So it's 10 full hours and 35 minutes. So what I have here is the trick. You can pause this and write it down. I'll just explain these quickly. Here's the trick. First, draw a clock. Take note of the AM PM change, right? If it starts at AM and then goes to PM, right? 10 a.m. happens before 1 p.m. Just the same that 1 p.m. happens before 2:15 a.m. in this case, because we're starting in the afternoon, then going through into the night. And if you need, trace around the clock to count the time that elapses. Okay. And I believe I have skipped the work on time zones. Kind of the thing with time zones, right? If we have I believe in your book there's a way better map. So I'm just going to draw kind of a rough sketch of the United States. Okay, then here's Texas, the Gulf of Mexico, Florida down there. Then we have the East Coast, Maine sticks up, and then Great Lakes, and then it kind of comes straight across. It's not great. So Las Vegas is here. Well, it's split up into 4 different time zones. We have Eastern Standard. Then we have Central Standard Time. Then we have Mountain Standard Time and Pacific Standard Time. So if is, let's say, 12 noon, so 12 p.m. in Florida, right? Florida is Eastern Standard Time. It will be 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. That'll be like Chicago, and let's say New Orleans. Mountain Standard Time has, this will be like Denver and Phoenix. Oh, I spelled Phoenix wrong. Did I? Oh shit, I don't even know. Phoenix? I don't know. Let's just call that Arizona. And it'll be 10 and 9 a.m. So it'll be, if it's 12 noon in Florida, which is Eastern Standard Time, it will be 11 a.m. here. So there's an hour difference. Between Denver and Florida is 2 hours difference. 1, 2, and 3 hours difference here. This is kind of just a quick sketch, a rough introduction, but that's the gist of it. You could just kind of add or subtract back and forth between those two. If you have any troubles or questions, please let me know. Otherwise, love you guys. Bye.